Skip, I actually think they would need a big. But when I look at all the bigs, you look at Yoke, Embiid, Anthony Towns, Gobert, Capella, a lot of these guys, Skip, were born outside of the USA or play on other international teams. So we're fresh out of American big, Skip. We ain't got nobody. So if you're gonna go with a guard, I would say Trae, because he can facilitate better than Ja Morant. I think he's a better scorer than Ja Morant. Now he's not the athlete that Ja Morant is, but I think they got enough. I think they got enough athleticism on this team. We're undersized, but it's not like Bam going to grow overnight. Draymond's not going to grow overnight. And those are our bigs. Yeah, we will look at it. Kevin Durant, Draymond, and Bam, those are your bigs, which are really not centers in any stretch of the imagination unless you playing the way we currently play in the NBA, but not in international play would those guys be what we consider traditional bigs.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go with a guard to replace Bradley Beal, I think Trae Young is probably your best option.
So I saw one report that speculated Christian Wood was a possibility because he's 6'10", to your point.
Right.
Maybe. Then the ESPN report was that they're considering Julius Randle, who's been out of the country celebrating his birthday, which makes him a long shot, Tobias Harris, and as a shooting addition, Duncan Robinson, who can, as we know, he can really shoot it.
Right.
But Bradley Beal can really, really shoot it.
Yes.
I think he's a huge loss because he's such a great shooter and scorer, and he was so happy to be there. First time, childhood dream. Popovich said yesterday that he was crushed for Bradley because Bradley was so into this and so ready to go to Tokyo, and now he can't. And I don't know what's going to happen to Jeremy Grant. He's in the protocol, but it sounds like he doesn't actually have COVID, so maybe he'll be a possibility come Monday. They still have one more. They canceled the game tonight, but they're supposed to play Spain on Sunday, I believe, and then fly on Monday to Tokyo. Okay, now we have Trae flat out campaigning on social to be the replacement for Bradley Beal. Ja had a couple of posts that indicated he was interested, but then his last post was, no, I'm good. Like, it's not that big a deal to me. But back to your point about Trae, yeah, he's a really good passer. In fact, he may turn out to be a great passer of the basketball. But I don't think he's Coach Pop's cup of tea because he's high usage rate. And what they ended up having to do in Atlanta, and Nate McMillan did a great job of this, the world has to revolve around Trae. It's just who he is. It's his makeup. It's his nature that you have to have everybody playing off Trae because he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot, and he's going to shoot it quite a bit. He's going to take some ill-advised threes because it's just part of his brand. It's just who he is. He's got to take a couple of logo threes a game. So in the end, he plays little to no defense, can be a liability on defense, especially at the international level, FIBA level, because it's so physical that I think that all the people who run Team USA, you know, again, starting with Coach Pop, I just think Trae doesn't fit what they're trying to accomplish. I just don't think he's like Bradley Beal will just be a cog in the system. If he gets the open three or the open jumper, he'll take it. But Trae is going to dominate the ball in ways I don't think they want the ball dominated at the Olympic level. That's just me.
But if you think about all the guys that have gone to the Olympics, and a lot of these guys been ball dominant, that's not the way they play in the Olympics because they understand that everybody here in their own right is great. You look at Dame. Dame hasn't taken any logo threes, and we know Dame normally gets three or four of those up a game. I don't believe he will. Skip, we were talking about the game in Nigeria. He had an opportunity. I was like, Dame, shoot that. That's well within your range. Shoot it. And he passed it up. So I believe Trae, given what Nate McMillan has been able to do with him, Trae, we don't need you to take as many threes. We need you to do a little more of this. And you look at it, since Nate McMillan took over, he was a different player than when he was under Lloyd Pierce, Skip. Yeah. So I believe you can channel him. I believe Coach Pop will say, Trae, now we're not going to need you to take these logo threes. We're going to need you to get in and out of offense. We're going to, pass the ball to the open guy. And I believe he can do that, Skip. but it's not like we got a whole lot to choose from.
No.
You know, it's not like, Skip, it's not like we got an Elijah Wan, or we got Patrick Ewing, or David Robinson, or we got Tyson Chandler in his prime, or prime Dwight Howard. Skip, we ain't got no bigs. All the bigs are foreign born now.
But
so
we got one.
Who we got?
He's 7 feet tall with a 7'7" wingspan. He is the best player on the planet, and that includes every country in the world. On the planet, his name is Kevin Durant.
Pounds. He weighs 52 pounds. so how is he going to be on the block?
He plays like he weighs 300 pounds.
Skip, KD's going to be KD. KD's going to be able to get buckets. But, Skip, they play a physical, but they don't call charges. They play a physical style of basketball.
Extremely.
And so the NBA players are going to have to get used to, like, you can't sell calls in FIBA.
No.
You can't flop in FIBA because they're going to just look at you like you're crazy, like, get up and play on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would love to see them add it big because I believe we got plenty of shooting. With Zach LaVine, Jason Tatum, Dame, KD, I believe we got plenty of shooting. But I would like to see them add a big, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be in play.
Yeah.
But like you said, but Skip, what are we going to choose from? Give me the all things being equal. Who would you like to see them add? All things being equal.
I think Christian Wood is underrated. I think he's pretty good. So if you want a big body, a banger, that's probably the way to go. I know it's not the sexiest name, and people, he's off radar, but I know he is highly respected around the league. So, again, if you want to add some muscle to it, that would probably be the right way to go.
All things being equal, Skip, I would love for Kawhi to be healthy and be playing. I would love AD to be healthy and be playing. LeBron, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. Exactly.
Well,
so,
look, to your point, they built this to win shooting. They're just going to outshoot you. So given that, I'm not going to be surprised if they go for Duncan Robinson because you know and I know he can flat out shoot it, and he's not afraid. And I don't think he would be afraid of the Olympic level and the spotlight. I think he'd be just fine. So if you want to do that, add him.
Well, it's not like he's going to play any better defense than Trae Young.
No.
So,
he's just bigger, taller.
He's a bigger, he's a better shooter from three. I'll give you that.
And the other problem Trae Young would have, it's so hard to develop instant chemistry with Trae. And remember, in FIBA, you cannot carry or palm the bat. They will call it like that. That's why, you know, a lot of people have advocated that they'd like to see the NBA deploy the FIBA rules because it cleans it up. It makes it real hardcore basketball. So I know Jared Dudley said that the other day.
But Skip, here's the thing. NBA fans don't want real hardcore basketball. They want to see the and-one style Kyrie, Steph Curry, Dame Lillard type handles. They want to see the palming of James Harden and the 3 steps to the side. They don't want to see those FIBA rules.
Hey, guys, I'm just seeing this right now. Team USA is going to have 2 people to replace Woj. Tweeting Kevin Love has withdrawn from Team USA. He's still dealing with that right calf.